Ladies and gentlemen, the title of this speech is A New Generation of Nigerians is Arising. And my name is Ezinwa Akons. Fellow Nigerians, there are many disheartening things in Nigeria that call for a great national sober reflection. And these include a high rate of poverty, criminality, illiteracy, insecurity, economic travails, gloomy unemployment figures, and many infrastructural deficiencies. I know that God has great things and surprises in store for Nigeria as a country. As God has promised, the long-awaited Messiah shall arise out of Nigeria and resplendently beam forth to the whole earth. However, abundance spirituality without wise pragmatism is sheer stupidity. Nigeria is a deeply religious country, but religiosity alone is not the only ingredient required to create a prosperous nation. For if it were so, Nigeria will be one of the most prosperous countries on earth. Rather, Nigeria is still one of the poverty capitals of the world. Dear Nigerians, while we expect God to do his part, we as citizens must learn to actively play our parts in nation building beyond just praying and folding our hands in helpless resignation to fate and in docile expectation of divine intervention. As Nigerians who want the best for Nigeria, for our generation, and for posterity, we cannot endlessly sit idly and do little or nothing to help facilitate the birth of a new Nigeria. And so, we must all become midwives of the glorious new Nigeria that we all seek. National greatness does not become a reality by mere wishes and fantasies, but by concrete actions and strategic pragmatism. Dear Nigerian youths, the effective mobilization, organizational proficiency, and peaceful disposition of any youths during the end-SARS protests before they degenerated into violence are clear testimonies that Nigerian youths, when given leadership opportunities, have great organizational competencies and potentialities that can help to significantly transform Nigeria. And so, dear Nigerian youths, be you in the northern, southern, western, or eastern part of Nigeria, it is time for us to rise to our responsibilities to individually and collectively contribute our quota to the birth of a new and glorious Nigeria. It is now absolutely outdated and unacceptable for youths to be eternally called the leaders of tomorrow. Competent youths must now rise up to become the leaders of today and not perpetually wait to become the leaders of tomorrow, because that tomorrow might never come, especially when many sit tight and selfish oligarchs, politicians, gerontocrats, and kakistocrats desperately cling to power as if their lives depend on it. Great Nigerian youths, a new Nigeria shall be born, and the Nigerian youths must massively play constructive roles to help midwife the birth of that glorious new Nigeria. The many youths empowered exploits, demonstrations, and advocacy in Nigeria should serve as a wake-up call to key leaders and political actors in Nigeria that a new era has begun in Nigeria, and that a new generation of Nigerians is arising. A new Nigerian generation that is keenly conscious of our rights and ready to demand and fight for them, even in the face of sacrifices and death. A new generation of Nigerians is arising. A generation that is fully ready to hold our leaders absolutely accountable for their actions, and that does not tolerate flimsy excuses for leadership inefficiencies. A new generation of Nigerians is arising. A generation that demands to be led only by competent leaders who are thoroughly prepared for leadership. A new generation of Nigerians is arising. A generation that is no longer ready to tolerate corrupt and incompetent leaders in positions of authority. A generation that is extremely hardworking, highly cerebral, social media savvy, and very determined to take their destinies into their hands. A generation which, if fully supported and empowered, can effectively pilot the ship of the Nigerian nation to the coast of greatness and international stardom. And so I urge all Nigerians, especially the great Nigerian youths, to continue to increasingly use their skills, energy, voices, influence, and platforms to patriotically help contribute to Nigeria's long-sought development and greatness. In addition, I urge Nigerian youths to always keep acquiring useful knowledge, to keep empowering themselves with useful practical skills, to constantly avoid evil, crimes, and vices, to keep pursuing righteousness, and to keep pursuing wisdom, because with the effective deployment of the priceless instrumentalities of knowledge, practical skills, righteousness, and wisdom, Nigeria shall someday become a great nation that will gloriously impact and bestride the corridors of the world like an imposing colossus. Fellow Nigerians, it is an absolute insult for it to be said that if you want to hide anything from a black man, that you should put it in a book. Our generation must rise up and prove that saying wrong. We must prove to the world that Africans also love reading, that Africans can read, and that Africans will read. And so, a new generation of Nigerians must arise who are passionately committed to constantly pursuing knowledge, education, and wisdom, and who are patriotically committed to deploying their time, energy, resources, creativity, and productivity to considerably contribute to the long-awaited transformation and greatness of Nigeria. And so, I passionately call on all Nigerians, especially the wonderful Nigerian youth, arise, all compatriots, Nigeria's call obey, to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain, to serve with heart and mind one nation bound in freedom, peace, and unity. Thank you. May God bless you. And may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. To listen to other presentations and to get regular wisdom tips and periodic presentations from me, you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at Ezinwa Akons. Nigeria shall be great, but you must actively play your own patriotic roles to make Nigeria great. Thank you so much for listening, and may God bless you.